Hey guys, welcome to our review of Kishiryu Sentai RyuSoulger, episode 11. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze.
And Makotoa.
Dudes, welcome back. We just got done watching this episode. I just really liked it. I have a feeling that it's not like objectively good, but I had a good time. I just enjoyed it. What'd you guys think?
I enjoyed the dinosaur. I liked his voice.
Yeah.
You know, some of his dialogue is pretty interesting at first, but as the episode kind of like went along, it just kind of like dragged.
Yeah.
And I felt like at the end of the episode, it just like left zero impact on me. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like good in any significant way, but it wasn't like really bad in any other way. Like usually for like some of the worst episodes, we can just like take one thing, just bash on it the entire review. But for this one, it was like, it was all right.
Yeah.
You know, it did its job. Yeah.
Michael, anything?
I don't really know what else to say either. It was kind of business as usual. I didn't really feel strongly about it in any way.
Oh.
You know, like hate or like. I think the most what's the word? The part that maybe left the most impact was just seeing that kid almost burnt to a stake. Like, I think that was the only thing that I was just like, wow, I can't believe they're letting this imagery fly, you know? Although this show has been having that kind of like, okay, we're going to throw you off a cliff and maybe you'll fall off you'll kill yourself and maybe this kid will get burned to a stake and
definitely rides the line most times. This one is no different, but I don't know, like the highlights for me were like, as Alex was saying Dime Volcano. He was really cool, loved the voice, and I just loved his demeanor. It's like an old grandpa who just like, you know, he's a little sad, he's a little older, not a lot of friends around, but he's trying to have fun. You know, he's just trying to have a good time, okay?
You're defending him now, and during the watch long, you're like, that's creepy. He keeps coming up to this kid, this creeper, like...
Like, no joke, the hospital's like the closest thing to that forest, so he's just like, well, I guess I'll talk to them near a window here.
Well, I mean, like, on paper, I was thinking, man, did they not think this through? Because this is a little bit of a creepy setup, but, like, I understood what they were going for.
Yeah.
Like, you know. And then on top of that, another, like, positive was the villain. He was just as devious as always, and I'm just eating it up.
Yeah, Weisel's definitely one of my favorites so far. Way better than Tank Joe.
Yeah, the voice for Tank Joe is great, but this character has already, like, he's surpassed him in just the way his characterization has been.
Yeah, he just leans in so hard when he's doing something evil.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's a naughty boy. He knows it.
And then, like, the other high point for me was actually the kid in the whole contraption. Like, the more you thought about that, like, entire situation, the dumber it got. And the funnier it got for me. Like, it kept stacking on top of it.
Yo, just think of the permissions they had to get from the kid's parents for that scene.
Yeah, it felt like some of those explosions were like actual pyrotechnics around him, and he was blindfolded, so his reaction.
Oh no, that's
visceral.
horrifying.
Like he was like, "Oh frick!" What was
he
that?
didn't flinch, and that was kind of like
there were some pretty like really good cuts there. When he was originally, or the guards were originally putting the flame on, it had the kid in the sort of background, and then the foreground you had this fire, so it was supposed to look like really close, but like it was just close to the camera. It's like forced perspective. I loved it.
That's why it was a little bit much. I was like, dang, they're really giving us this imagery, like this kid burning at a stake if you didn't really catch the perspective of it. Like... But yeah,
I loved it. Like it was very, very crafty filmmaking.
Yeah.
Also, weird stuff with the dad. I don't really know what that's all about. And then they didn't finish off the big bad. They also just didn't have a Zord fight, which was very neat.
I didn't
Yeah.
even notice.
Yeah, I didn't
Wow.
expect it.
I guess that's kind of like why, like the pacing for this episode kind of felt a little bit off. So like it had like the main kind of like plot just kind of like stretched the entire episode instead of being broken up with the fight or something.
Yeah,
So
but
that
I
might have
feel
been-
like how they got around a Zord fight is that they spent so much time with Dime Volcano.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
he's
like
the toy.
that's
He's
and
the
I
toy
feel
to
like
act.
that's a really good compromise to have. Like you get to characterize this figure, this toy that you're selling. So I feel like it adds more intrigue, and you get to. Oh, did I lag out? Hey, we had some technical difficulties, but we're back. As I was saying before, I feel like it was a good workaround of the sort of like mandate to have the Zord appear, each episode, and like
Yeah.
the benefit is twofold. Like you get to shake up the pacing, and also you get to characterize a toy that endearing people to the toy that you're going to be selling. So like,
Sold it for me.
yeah,
And,
and like it's better than just having it form a combination. It's yeah.
Like on top of that, they also actually kind of like characterized everybody this episode. We had a little like moment for everybody. Like we already talked about Weisel, but also the little mushroom dude also got his moment where he's just like, I'm not messing with that dude. He's on fire. And then
Well,
like,
it's up. You're up.
Oh, and you know what? I went in going into this episode, I did not think Ko was going to be able to like properly inherit this power up or whatever he got. Like I didn't think that was going to be effective, but with those low expectations, I was pleasantly surprised because like
it
was
didn't
just
feel. Yeah, it was unearned.
yeah, because and it all rounds back to liking the characterization of Dime Volcano. He just wants a friend, and Ko was there just to be a happy dude.
Specifically, he wants a young, naive,
Blind,
young, impressionable child.
Yeah, he wants that innocence,
Yeah.
I already know he's a
That's
big,
it.
strong guy.
All right, we're not going that route anymore.
And that's what we're ending on. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Don't forget, all this week, Alex and I are going to be rounding out our coverage of Ultraman Rube, and then it's going to lead us off into our coverage of the Netflix Ultraman series with my buddy, Chris Long of Long's Toys. So guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yeah, see ya.
Later.
Cool. Went smoothly outside of that like little bit of lag.
Yeah.
You were lagging for us, so you're just like, oh.
Yeah,
oh.
you're just.
We're just like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it just kept stopping.